Imagine a time when Rome was not the vast empire we know, but a fledgling city-state under the rule of 7 kings. In the heart of the Italian peninsula, a small settlement was taking shape on the banks of the Tiber River. The time was around 753 years before Christ, and this settlement was none other than Rome, the city destined to become an empire that would shape the course of history. But in these early days, Rome was far from the grandeur of the empire it would become. The story of Rome begins with the tale of its legendary founder, Romulus. As the story goes, Romulus and his twin brother Remus were the sons of the war god Mars and the Vestal Virgin Rhea Silvia. As infants, they were left to die by the Tiber River but were saved by a she-wolf, who nurtured them until a shepherd found and raised them. When they grew up, they decided to build a city. However, a dispute over who should rule led Romulus to kill Remus. Romulus then became the first king of Rome, marking the beginning of the monarchy and the city's journey to becoming an empire. Under Romulus, Rome took its first steps towards growth and expansion. The city was fortified, institutions of governance were established, and the first Roman Senate was formed. But this was just the beginning. Rome was yet to undergo monumental changes under the rule of its 7 kings. After Romulus, 6 more kings ascended the throne, each contributing to the growth and development of Rome in their unique ways. They built infrastructure, established religious and social institutions, and laid the foundations of the Roman law and military. These 7 kings, despite their differences, shared a common goal: to make Rome a city like no other. And so begins the reign of the 7 kings, each leaving a unique imprint on the city of Rome. First among the 7 was Romulus, the legendary founder of Rome. The tale of Romulus is one woven with threads of myth and reality. His reign, which began in the 8th century BC, marked the dawn of an era, the beginning of the Rome we now recognize. Romulus didn't just stumble upon leadership, he crafted it. He established the Roman Senate, a political institution that became the backbone of Roman governance. The Senate was initially comprised of 100 men, also known as the Patriot. These were men of noble lineage, chosen for their wisdom and experience. They served as advisors, lawmakers, and occasionally as interim leaders during the interregnum. But Romulus's reign wasn't just about creating political structures. He was also a conqueror, expanding Rome's territory through a blend of diplomacy and military might. He absorbed neighboring communities, extending Roman influence and creating a larger, more diverse population. This strategic expansion not only increased Rome's physical size but also its wealth and power. It was under Romulus that Rome began to emerge as a formidable force in the region. However, Romulus's reign was not without challenges. He faced internal discord, external threats, and the immense task of unifying a diverse group of people under a single banner. Yet through all of these trials, he remained steadfast, demonstrating the qualities of a true leader. The end of Romulus's reign is shrouded in mystery. Some say he vanished in a storm, others claim he was murdered by the Senate. Regardless of the circumstances, his death marked the end of an era, but his legacy lived on, shaping the future of Rome. Romulus, the founder, set the foundation for the Rome we know today. He was more than just a king. He was a visionary, a conqueror, and a leader. His contributions laid the groundwork for a civilization that would endure for centuries, his name etched into the annals of history. A king, a legend, a founder. That was Romulus. His story is the first chapter in the epic saga of Rome's 7 kings. From war to peace, Numa Pompilius took a different approach to ruling Rome. Unlike his predecessor Romulus, who was a warrior king, Numa was a man of peace. He believed that the strength of a civilization lay not in its military might, but in its spiritual and cultural richness. And so, he set about transforming Rome from a city of warriors into a city of peace and piety. Numa's reign, which spanned from 715 to 673 BCE, was marked by a profound sense of tranquility. He shunned the idea of expansion through conquest, and instead focused on establishing a strong internal structure. He introduced religious and legal institutions that would shape the course of Rome's future. Under Numa's rule, Rome saw the establishment of the Vestal Virgins, priestesses of Vesta, the goddess of the hearth. These women were tasked with maintaining the sacred fire of Vesta, a task of utmost importance, for it was believed that as long as the fire burned, Rome would stand. Numa also created the office of Pontifex Maximus, the highest-ranking priest in the Roman religion, further cementing the role of spirituality in Roman life. On the legal front, Numa is credited with the creation of Rome's religious calendar, which included the observation of rest days, or holidays. This not only provided a structured timekeeping system, but also incorporated religious observances into the daily life of the Romans, further strengthening their spiritual identity. Numa's peaceful approach to rule had a profound impact on Rome. His reign was a time of stability and growth. He set the groundwork for a civilization that would eventually flourish and dominate the Western world for centuries to come. His influence can still be seen today in the religious and legal structures of modern societies. Numa Pompilius, the peaceful king, gave Rome its spiritual and cultural identity. His reign stands as a testament to the power of peace, spirituality, and law in shaping a civilization. His name may not be as well known as others, but his impact on Rome and indeed the world is undeniable. His legacy is a reminder that a king need not be a warrior to be great. Sometimes a king is greatest when he is a man of peace. After Numa's peaceful reign, Rome returned to war under Tullus Hostilius. Tullus was Rome's third king, a stark contrast to his predecessor, embodying the Roman spirit of militarism. He is most famously known for his wars against Alba Longa, the city-state from which Rome's founders originated. Tullus Hostilius was a warrior king, unafraid of conflict, and under his reign, Rome expanded its territories dramatically. His most significant military achievement was the defeat of Alba Longa, which he subsequently destroyed. The citizens of Alba Longa were then absorbed into the Roman population, bolstering Rome's military might and economic strength. However, Tullus Hostilius's reign was not without controversy. His aggressive expansionism and disregard for religious rituals, a cornerstone of Roman society, ultimately led to his downfall. Legend has it that he was struck down by Jupiter himself for neglecting the proper religious rites. Then came Ancus Marcius, the fourth king of Rome, who was said to be the grandson of Numa Pompilius, Rome's second king. Marcius attempted to blend the militaristic policies of Tullus with the religious devotion of his grandfather, creating a balance between war and peace. Marcius is credited with significant military campaigns that further expanded Rome's influence. He also established the port of Ostia, enhancing Rome's commercial reach. Yet, like his predecessor, Marcius's reign was not without challenges. His quest for balance often led to internal tensions as he struggled to satisfy the differing expectations of Rome's militaristic and religious factions. Ancus Marcius also faced external threats, particularly from neighboring Latin tribes. Despite these challenges, he navigated through them strategically, ensuring Rome's continued growth and stability. His reign marked a period of territorial expansion and infrastructural development, setting the stage for the Rome we know today. Through war and expansion, Tullus Hostilius and Ancus Marcius shaped Rome's military might and territorial reach. Their reigns, marked by conquests and controversies, embody the dynamic and complex nature of Rome's early history. They remind us that Rome's rise to greatness was not a straightforward journey, but a complex tapestry of victories, defeats, and enduring legacies. The final three kings, all from the Tarquin family, would bring both glory and infamy to Rome. Let's begin with Tarquinius Priscus, the fifth king of Rome, who was known for his military successes and architectural innovations. He wasn't of noble birth, but his charisma and ambition caught the attention of Rome's nobles, and he was chosen to rule. He doubled the size of the Roman cavalry, brought the Etruscan art of augury to Rome, and initiated grand infrastructure projects like the Circus Maximus, a massive stadium for chariot races. Next in line was Servius Tullius, the sixth king, who was actually not a Tarquin by birth, but was adopted into the family. His reign was marked by significant political and social reforms. He is most renowned for his Servian constitution, which reorganized Roman society based on wealth rather than birth. This move was a game-changer, as it allowed the common man to have a say in the governance of Rome. He also started the first-ever census in Rome, giving us the term census that we still use today. Last but certainly not least, we come to Tarquinius Superbus, the seventh and final king of Rome. His reign was marked by tyranny and absolute power. He was a divisive figure who seized the throne without the approval of the Senate or the people. He was known for his brutal tactics, including the execution of senators, and his reign saw the erosion of the political reforms brought about by Servius Tullius. Superbus's tyranny ultimately led to his downfall. His actions sparked a rebellion that resulted in the expulsion of the Tarquin family and the end of the monarchy. This marked a significant turning point in Rome's history as it led to the establishment of the Roman Republic. The Tarquin dynasty, marked by ambition and tyranny, led to the end of the monarchy and the birth of the Roman Republic. The seven kings left a lasting legacy on Rome, shaping its future as a republic and an empire. Their reign spanned over 2 centuries, a period marked by the establishment of institutions, expansion of the city, and the institution of cultural and religious practices that would define Rome for generations. The first king, Romulus, is credited with founding the city and establishing its first political and social institutions. His successor, Numa Pompilius, brought a period of peace and spiritual growth, instituting religious practices and establishing the early Roman calendar. The reigns of Tullus Hostilius and Ancus Marcius saw the city's physical expansion, as they conquered neighboring territories and incorporated them into Rome. They also contributed to the evolution of the Roman military, setting the stage for Rome's future as a military power. Tarquin Priscus, Servius Tullius, and Tarquin Superbus, the last 3 kings, continued to consolidate Rome's power. Priscus and Tullius are remembered for their contributions to infrastructure and social reforms, including the construction of Rome's first sewer system and the creation of the Roman census. Superbus, despite his tyrannical rule, left a significant mark on Rome through his architectural projects, including the Temple of Jupiter on the Capitoline Hill. These 7 kings laid the foundation for the Roman Republic that would follow their rule. The institutions they established, the city's growth, and the cultural and religious practices they instituted were all instrumental in shaping the Roman Republic. The Republic, in turn, paved the way for the Roman Empire, which would carry on and further expand upon the legacy of the 7 kings. Indeed, the legacy of the 7 kings is deeply ingrained in the fabric of Rome. Their influence can be seen in the city's physical layout, its institutions, and its cultural practices. They set in motion the wheels of a city that would eventually become a republic, an empire, and a beacon of civilization in the ancient world. The 7 kings, though long gone, continue to echo through the ages in the Rome we see today. The impact of the 7 kings is not confined to the annals of history but is alive in modern Rome. This is not just a statement but a reality that resonates in the heart of every Roman and visitor alike. The 7 kings, through their achievements and challenges, have shaped Rome into the magnificent city we know today. Their influence permeates every corner of the city, from the grandeur of its architecture, the richness of its culture, to the robustness of its legal system. Take a walk through Rome, and you'll see the legacy of the kings etched in stone. The Colosseum, a symbol of Rome's imperial might, mirrors the ambitious building projects of the kings. The Roman Forum, once the political and economic center of the ancient city, is a testament to their vision of a powerful and prosperous Rome. The influence of the kings extends beyond architecture. They laid the groundwork for Rome's legal system, a system that emphasized justice and fairness. This system, refined and developed over centuries, has influenced legal systems across the world. Even today, the principles established by the kings echo in the halls of modern Roman law courts. But perhaps the most enduring legacy of the kings is in the spirit of the Roman people. They've inherited the resilience and determination of their ancient rulers. These qualities, seen in the face of adversity, are a living testament to the indomitable spirit of the 7 kings. The kings also shaped Rome's culture, fostering a love for the arts, literature, and philosophy. This cultural heritage, cherished and preserved, continues to inspire Romans and visitors alike, making Rome a vibrant hub of creativity and intellectual discourse. The 7 kings may have ruled over 2.5 millennia ago, but their influence is as palpable today as it was then. Their vision, their ambitions, their triumphs, and their failures have all contributed to the Rome we see today. From the bustling streets to the grandeur of its monuments, modern Rome is a testament to its storied past under the rule of the 7 kings. Their influence is etched in stone, inscribed in law, and alive in the spirit of the Roman people.